SCC, it's the holiday special. Our sports cards good gifts. How do you give sports cards as gifts? And as card collectors, what type of gifts do you receive? Coming up now on SCC, Sports Cards Culture.
Welcome to this special holiday edition of Sports Cards Culture. I'm Chris. Find me on Instagram, Chris_HOJ. I'm here with the man, the myth, the legend, Josh Johnson of Cardboard Chronicles fame, and Kristina, who can be found at Kristina's PC. Can't think of a gift to give family and friends. Ever thought about giving them a sports card? Hell, even a non-sports card. I can tell you I've bailed myself out of coming up with a real gift by just giving people sports cards as gifts all the time. Giving my dad sports cards, mostly, Chicago Bears, Jim McMahon rookie cards, stuff like that. I've even given my mom a PSA graded Mickey Mouse card. And they both display them. It's nice. They display them, they see them every day, and that's really what has always driven the hobby. To get philosophical for a moment, cards are connections to memories, nostalgia, fandom, things like that. And our favorite cards often have stories to go with them. Plus, it doesn't hurt that the McMahon that I gave my dad has doubled in value from about $20 to $40 since I gave it to him. There are not many gifts that appreciate over time. So, Kristina, are sports cards good gifts to give to family and friends, even those who are not collectors? No. Why not? Okay.
I'm going to say this. It's really hard to buy a sports card for someone when they know what they want and you don't. So you're the collector giving non-collector cards. That's easy. As a non-collector, giving a collector cards, that is difficult. And I'm going to say, just be kind to your family and ask for an eBay gift card.
Whoa. She's putting the cart way before the horse. We're going to get to all that. One thing at a time. So your answer is no. But why exactly? Why should you not give cards as gifts to your non-collector friends just because it's too easy for you?
It's too easy because you're giving them something that you want them to want, not that they actually want.
But what if they like it and they display it on their shelves and things?
Okay, your mom and dad don't count as people who display your gifts on their shelves. They're your mom and dad.
All right.
They also displayed your horrible artwork as a kid. They're biased.
But what if you're trying to get somebody into the hobby? If somebody who's not a collector?
Josh, what do you say? Are sports cards good gifts to give?
They are good gifts for me to get other people to get them into the hobby, like Nick said, but I do not want them as gifts. I barely know what I want for a sports card or what I'm going to buy next. I really don't want someone else guessing, especially someone that's not in the hobby. But for Christmas 2 years ago, my father-in-law, he used to collect baseball cards when he was a kid, and I asked him, what's your favorite card? If you get one card back, and he told me it was like a 57 mantle, 58 mantle, tops. No, it was later. It was 60s, in the 60s. And I just went on eBay and got a PSA 6 for him. He was so excited, and he's thinking about getting back in the hobby now. So it can rekindle some love for the hobby for some family members.
Yeah, that's a home run. If you give somebody a card and then they become a part of the hobby or a part of the hobby again. Okay, so that segues nicely into our next segment, which is, despite Kristina's point of view, assuming you do want to give a sports card as a gift, how would you give a sports card as a gift? Okay, let me tell you the method that worked for me. At the end of my year as a summer associate at a law firm, I gave all the other summer associates little cards. Now, it was actually a lot of fun for me because I just kind of sneakily asked people who their favorite athlete was. And then you find out some funny stuff by asking people this. One guy's favorite player was Fletcher Cox of the Philadelphia Eagles. That was random. Another guy turned out had played baseball at the collegiate level against Bryce Harper. So I got him a Bryce Harper card. And then, I went out, got a $30 to $50 card for everyone's favorite player. Now, once in a while, the gift turns out to be really fun for the recipient too. So my office mate who had to put up with me all summer, I gave him a Luca Prism base BGS 9.5. I gave him one of these, right? And at the time, these were worth $40. And so last summer, a year later, I texted him and I showed him what the card was selling for. It was over $1,000. And I said, dude, you should sell this. You should go buy a surfboard, buy something fun that you like, but he said no, he's going to keep it. And his words were, this is a really cool alternative investment. Okay, so Josh, one thing I kind of regret is that I didn't just give everyone Luka Prism base rookie cards. What do you think? Is it better to give the recipient a card that's got a lot of upside, or is it better to give them something of their favorite athlete?
I think definitely the favorite athlete. I think you're more likely to get them to stay and get them to stick and come into the hobby. The investment thing obviously worked out in that scenario because you picked the right guy, but you could have picked the wrong guy and then they would have no personal attachment and they wouldn't care about the value. So I'd probably just go for the less risky and pick something they're gonna like.
True. What if it had been like Marvin Bagley and it just went to like 0? Yeah, then they're like, wow,
thanks for
gift.
nothing.
Christina, do you remember when we were giving out Luka Prism-based rookies to people who came and visited us in LA? And we must have given like 10 of these, like the PSA 10s. My question to you, do you regret this?
No, I don't regret this at all.
Okay, so Christina, a few words tonight. Okay, now to do this intelligently, perhaps one should be stocking up on cards as gifts throughout the year, because not all points of the year are equal in terms of like when's a good time to get a good price on a card. So when is the right time? Well, let's say we wanted to give a Ja Morant card as a gift. Bill Simmons recently said Morant is now a top 15 player in the league, and if that bears out this season, his card market is going to be hot. He might be a fun gift to give. So let's use Card Ladder to look at the sales history of a pretty cheap card of his. The 2019 Prism Ja Morant Ruby Wave PSA 9. It's currently worth about $250 to $300. Now looking at Card Ladder's sales history, I can see that this card hit its all-time high on August 11th, 2020. That was right before the NBA playoffs began. This often happens with basketball cards. The cards spike right before the playoffs. So, had you been patient, however, and waited for the depths of the offseason, just a month and a half later, you could have gotten the same card for around $175 in late September, the depth of Morant's offseason in particular. So the same fundamentals to buying and selling cards apply. The best prices happen in the offseason. The worst time to buy a player is leading up to the beginning of the season or in the playoffs. So Josh, here's my question to you. What happens if you bought that Morant for $175, but by the time you went to give it as a gift, it was worth, almost $300? Are we just setting ourselves up for stressful decision making if we just accumulate cards all year long as gifts to give out?
Yeah, I think I'd be going at it buying cards as I normally do, and then at the end, right before Christmas, I'm evaluating, all right, who gets what?
How much do I like you this week?
Right.
Do I want
the
you
good
to
decisions
get that?
stay with me, the iffy ones.
Well, that's the thing too, right? Like, as if we need more excuses to buy more cards, but
Right.
There's another one, is hoarding gifts to disperse. Okay, coming up on Sports Cards Culture, as card collectors, what type of gifts do we like to receive?
The future is now. Card Ladder is the fastest growing sports card app on the market. The best tools to help you track your cards, watch the trends, stay informed, compare cards, and track the growth of your personal collection. All in one simple and intuitive platform. Join the innovators, not the imitators. The best sports card app on the market. The stock market for sports cards. Card Ladder.
You're watching SCC, Sports Cards Culture. Keep up with the crew and follow them on all the socials. Plus, join Josh and Chris and sometimes special guest Kristina every Friday night on Instagram Live, The Crossover.
Final segment today. As card collectors, what type of gifts do you want to receive? Okay, so now we're taking off our gift-giving hat and becoming the recipient. Now, as a recipient, personally, there's nothing I like more than a sports card-related gift, because it's really all I care about anyway. And if you combine a card with a present, it's just the ultimate. But the problem is, most people giving gifts, they don't really, like we said, they don't really know much about sports cards. It's unrealistic to expect for them to buy me like the cards that I want. And it can be tricky to send them eBay links, because if the card is like a fair price, it's probably going to sell quickly. And if it's not, then all of a sudden the person giving me the gift's gonna have to try and like negotiate with the seller. It's just not good. You just don't want that. Okay, so how do the people in your life buy gifts for you as a collector? And so the first thing I want to go with, Josh, what type of gift recommendations do you give to people to help you, as a collector? Or here's a great gift for me as a collector.
Well, the easiest answer is eBay gift card. I think my mom's given me an eBay gift card 5 years in a row for Christmas. Just like ever since I started collecting, I was like, just get me an eBay gift card. Another one that's kind of fun for me is supplies. I love a good roll of bubble wrap, packing tape, the best stocking stuffer would be penny sleeves. That would be a great stocking stuffer because you need that stuff. The cards, it's like I said, it's hard to pick, but the supplies, everybody needs that kind of stuff. And I like getting gifts that provide, that fill a need. I love getting clothes. So that's kind of on the same track. I would love to get supplies. Bubble wrap, just give me a big old roll of it.
You can never have enough penny sleeves. You can never have enough bubble wrap. It always is a miserable day when you're like, you realize you're low on top loaders or something. And you're like, I have to go order more of these and then wait for them to come in. So supplies, great, and eBay gift cards. Obviously, this is the key. This is a no-brainer, easy eBay gift card. All right, Kristina.
Yes.
If someone wanted to get you a sports card gift, what would you suggest?
Okay, I'm going to take it from me, but first I'm going to tell you a story about a couple people who've reached out to me on Instagram lately at Card Ladder. I've had parents reach out to me and tell me that they would like to buy gift cards for Card Ladder year membership because their kids have asked for it. I've helped them get everything set so that they could have it ready for their kid to get on Christmas Day. So I just want to shout out all those parents who kind of were pulling out their hair and reached out to me this year, and all those awesome kids out there who asked for a gift that I was happy to give to them.
Smart kids. We like kids who like data and like to do research, right?
Yes.
Yeah, smart kids. That's scary about this hobby. Is you got kids asking for Christmas of all the things. Let me get a membership to a data repository. I don't know what the right word is.
We've been marketing all wrong, dude.
Yeah, that's what I thought after I got these messages.
Despite our efforts, people are still wanting to buy the product.
But for me,
yes,
holiday, birthday, whatever, gifts given to me for sports cards, as Josh will say, am a degenerate pack ripper. So you could never go wrong buying me some wax.
And buying wax is different because you can go to Dave and Adams and usually get something approximating market price. You can go to Blowout, Steel City. There's lots of retailers. Don't go to Amazon.
No, do not go to Amazon.
Once in a while, the boxes will be fairly priced, but a lot of times the independent sellers who use Amazon sell for high. Same thing on eBay, too. There's a lot of overpriced boxes on there. So if you don't know the market price, DNA and Blowout and everybody, they're usually like
I would also like to recommend to people who are looking for a particular card, if it's on Card Ladder, yes, it's turned into an infomercial, you can send your family the link to the profile and they can see what it currently is selling for. And there's that nifty link that will bring them straight to an algorithm eBay search query that will be perfect for your card.
There you go. Kristina's been answering a lot of Card Ladder messages today.
I have.
Okay. All right. Last question of the show for both of you. Do you ever ask for anything other than sports card related things as gifts?
I know this year I asked for a scanner, but that was related to sports cards.
That's sports card necessity, I think, at this point. Yeah.
I mean, the answer is yes, right? I never know what I want for when I'm buying sports cards until I see the card. So I think that I would tend to ask for maybe necessities and then get to spend my money on the gift that I want to gift myself.
Okay. And Josh, do you ever ask for anything other than sports cards or sports card related things as gifts?
Just clothes, really. I hate clothes shopping. I hate buying clothes for myself, so I'm just hoping everyone else knows how to buy clothes for me and they just somehow get it right. I just hand out my size before. Last year I asked for a safe, which is card related, because I wanted like a safe place to put it. But I can't really, other than clothes, no. It's mostly all eBay cards, supplies, the safe. I'm always trying to think of unique ways to like incorporate cards into the gift to make it fun for the people buying me gifts, but I struggle.
Nice. So eBay gift cards, that's a huge win. Supplies. These are slab guards. Love these. Great company, run by a great guy. Instagram slab guard. I don't think anybody would be upset if they got some nice clamshells as a gift either. Okay, that's gonna do it for Sports Cards Culture. See you guys next time.
Thanks for watching. Tell us in the comment section below what the crew should cover next week, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time on SCC, Sports Cards Culture.